I was bullied as a child, so who's excited to watch me get triggered by media and deal with it in real time? Are you? Because I'm not. Mended Light. I do love me some Stranger Things, folks. I do love me some Stranger Things. I'm going to be reacting today from a psychology standpoint to Eleven being bullied and Mike's response. So this is season 4 of Stranger Things. Those of you who don't watch Stranger Things, you're missing out. It's actually one of my favorite shows. Tiny bit of setup. Hawkins, Indiana. A dog? You were named after the dog? Tiny bit of setup. Hawkins, Indiana is basically the Hellmouth from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. All sorts of demons and evil and monsters and evil things just come out and terrorize this small town, and the kids have to unite against it and fight it. After 3 seasons, they've had enough. They are out. I don't know why it took them 3 seasons. I would have been done after 1. I'd have been like, I'm packing my bags and I'm out of here. Elle has telekinetic power. She's kind of kooky. And we're going to watch what happens to her at school now that Mike is no longer around.
Jane.
To the front of the class. Look at that hair. I miss the 80s. I was there.
Hi. For my hero, I chose my dad. And for my visual aid, I made a diorama of our cabin.
More like diarrhea.
Quiet, everyone.
I love
Let's
her.
be respectful.
That's funny. Teacher, let's be respectful.
This is my dad. His name is Hopper. He made the best Eggos, and we like to watch Miami Vice on Fridays. This is Mr. Fibley. And this is the alarm that my dad made. I was never scared because
Angela, let's save questions until the end.
She's
of
being
Jane's
very real
presentation.
and vulnerable.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just like confused. I thought this was a presentation about a historical hero.
my dad was in the newspaper.
Your local paper? I just don't think that's what Mrs. Gracie meant by historical. This is supposed to be about famous people?
My dad is famous. He saved lots of lives.
He did.
In a mall fire. He was a hero for people.
In your face, Blondie.
And he was my hero too.
Damn straight. Did you knock Hopper? Kill him with your mind,
That's
Elle.
not what I'm saying at all, but it's okay. I am so sorry, Mrs. Gracie. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh.
I just wanted clarity on the rules of the assignment.
Oh.
Well, technically, you are correct.
Blondie, you got something
But
right here.
Jane
You gotta
has
check
decided
that.
to do her father, so please continue with your presentation, Jane.
Let's talk about passive-aggressive behavior. The idea, of course, is that instead of directly being harsh and cruel to somebody, you act in a way that tears them down or casts doubt on them or makes them look foolish, while you can still look like someone with good intentions. So when I was in elementary school, I stood up in front of my music class. Sorry. This is both extremely painful and really funny. Okay, so there was a girl. Her name was Jessie. She was my second crush. I was like in 4th grade, and I wanted to impress her with how sensitive I was compared to all the other playground boys. So I decided that in music class I would stand up and volunteer to sing Santa Fe from Newsies to impress her with how sweet and gentle I was. I stood up in front of the class, and I don't remember if it was a talent show Dave in music class or if I just said, "Excuse me, but I would like to grace you all with a song." I don't remember because I've kind of blocked the memory. But I stood up and I started to sing, "Santa Fe, are you there? Do you swear you won't forget me?" Right, from Newsies. And the kids started laughing, and the little boys started laughing, and the girls started laughing, and I was looking right at Jessie when I was singing it, and she looked down. and my knees started knocking together because I was so nervous. And instead of finishing the song, I just stopped and I said, "I'm sorry." And then I sat down. I can laugh about it now that I'm 41 years old. It was heartbreaking, humiliating, and devastating. And kids tease me relentlessly about that for the rest of my elementary school career. And moving into middle school and high school, not knowing where I fit in, trying on different groups of friends, trying to take up skateboarding. Maybe I could hang out with the skaters, and except I couldn't stay up and I'd crash a lot, and hanging out with the jocks, but I didn't have great hand-eye coordination, you know, and so I'd try and catch a football and it would hit me in the face. Just trying to hang out with all these different groups and trying to see where I fit in, and not knowing where you fit in is a terrible feeling. And when you don't fit in, the kids who do fit in somewhere make you a target. Make you someone that they can have a laugh with because then their friends think they're cool. Or something that they can bond over is tormenting you. And this brings back memories.
Yep.
Tarzan Boy is a great song.
Yeah. Where, oh where have you been hiding this handsome thing?
Angela, this is Mike, my boyfriend.
Angela, pleasure.
Heard a lot about you.
Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend.
Friends? Yeah, super cool.
Angela!
Uh-oh, look who it is.
She looks upset.
You ruined my day.
Oh no, did we embarrass you in front of your boyfriend?
I want you to say sorry to me. And I want you to tell my boyfriend that it was just a joke. And that we are really friends.
Or what? You gonna hurt us with your mean stare again?
Yeah, she could actually. Don't poke the bear.
You can't cry to teacher today. You'll just have to cry to your daddy instead. Oh wait, can't do that either.
That's messed up. Oh. We're gonna get a bludgeoning. We are gonna get a roller skate bludgeoning. I've seen it 1,000 times.
Angela!
Angela, you okay? Angela, you okay? What is she? Oh my god. Oh my god, what are we doing? You're okay, you're okay.
Yeah. I mean, who hasn't though? Honestly, we've all been there. Whether it's a roller skate or a playground ball. So,
Oh my god. Holy What did you do?
I know it's not supposed to be funny, but for some reason I can't hear the phrase "holy shit" without laughing. There's something about that phrase, the combination of those two words, you put them together. Who came up with that? Who came up with the idea that feces could be sanctified? I don't know. First of all, I want to take a stand as a formerly extremely blonde child, and as very good friends for those of you who watch my other channel with a giant albino man baby. I'm watching this and I'm watching Harry Potter and I'm thinking, what bleach blonde person hurt you, creators of popular media? Because we're not all bad. What compels someone like Angela to act the way she's acting? To be this cruel? Psychologically speaking, we fear what's different. Elle's just different, right? She's just quote unquote weird, which is a threat to how Angela sees the world, so Elle has to put her in her place. When I was young, see, you guys live in a golden age. We've had superhero movies for 20 years, and it's cool. Geek is chic, right? Everyone goes to Comic-Con. Growing up, you could like superheroes until about 2nd grade, and then you needed to transition into sports. Otherwise, you were a nerd and you get shoved into a locker. The guys who beat me up in elementary school, now I see them on social media as grown-ups wearing Captain America shirts. And part of me is like, hypocrite. And the other part of me is like, oh, good, you've grown. Good for you. Especially at a young age where we crave acceptance, we will get that acceptance by putting others down. So other people will think we're cool because they're attracted to power, because power equals safety. So if I bully others, that means I'm strong. And if I'm strong, people want to be with me. And it's a whole messed up system. And the thing about bullies is they're not truly happy. They may not even know what that looks like. But as long as we manipulate, abuse, control others, we can't enjoy actual loving connection. And so we can't truly be happy. In that sense, I found for me the best play in middle school and high school is I started to pity the bullies, even if they didn't seem pitiful, because I knew that they were missing out on something better in their life. I definitely get the urge to slam a roller skate into someone's nose. I've never seen that specific act of violence before, but I understand what it is for someone to be cruel to you and to want to hurt them. And I don't blame Elle for this. Obviously, as we saw with Will Smith and Chris Rock at the Oscars recently, watch that video right here, that just because you feel like doing something or just because you feel like someone has wronged you or someone that you care about doesn't mean that violence is justified. They are still an asshole. It doesn't mean that assault is okay. And I like how this scene plays, like the moment of catharsis when she slams her in the face. And if they had just had that and slammed her in the face, then it would have been like a cool, like fist pumping moment, like, yeah, stick it to the bully. But the scene lingers for a significant amount of time after that to show the aftermath, to show the guilt and the remorse, and then the devastation that violence actually causes. That violence isn't cool, right? That it's not badass. That it's us at our lowest. It's us at our most base. And Elle sees that.
So, are we just not gonna talk about it?
About what?
I don't know, just maybe like about yesterday or
Don't be coy, Elle.
everything?
There's nothing to say.
Yeah, I guess I'm just a little, I guess I just don't really understand. Why didn't you tell me what's going on here? I mean, you know, I'm not exactly Mr. Popularity back at home.
Elle kept telling him on the phone, everything's
You've
fine,
seen
I
it,
have a lot
I've
of
been
friends.
bullied my entire life.
I've been
I
bullied
mean,
my entire life.
I know what it's like.
Yeah,
No,
me too, bro.
you don't.
Okay, what don't I understand?
That is great boyfriending, by the way. Or husbanding, or wifing, or girlfriending, or partnering. And yes, he's being confrontational, but not in a negative way. Not in an accusatory way. He's literally just asking, why didn't you tell me? You can trust me with this. I've been bullied my entire life. I know what it's like, right? Now, that's something I generally shy away from. No two experiences are the same. So even if you're going through something similar, saying, I know how you feel is probably never a good way to go. And he didn't say that exactly. But he's trying to connect, and he's not being judgmental, and he is not saying, he's not leading with, you hit her in the face with a roller skate. He's saying, I want you to be able to talk to me. I want to be here for you. And when he says, I know what it's like, and she says, no, you don't. I love that question so much. He says, calmly, okay, what don't I understand? And you can ask that same question with a different tone. Oh, okay, so what don't I understand? And it plays completely differently. But he is very humbly asking for further insight. And that is freaking beautiful. I almost never, you know what it is? After watching all of the bullshit Euphoria videos, where everyone just treats everybody awfully all the time and there's no maturity or accountability, this is a breath of fresh air. And my apologies to Euphoria fans, except for not really. You know what you've done.
I am different. I do not belong.
You mean in Lenora?
Anywhere.
Come on, you can't actually believe that.
Oh,
Everyone looks at me
it's invalidating.
like I'm a monster.
Well, they just don't know you.
You think I'm a monster too.
What?
Mike's just a teenager. I'm not coming out swinging at Mike. He's doing his best here. I'm just saying, as a relationship counselor, he's trying to comfort her. What he's actually doing is invalidating her right now by saying, you can't believe that, right? That's not true. What he needs to be doing right now is sitting and hearing her and saying, that's not how I see you, but it breaks my heart that that's your experience. And if you say others see you that way, then I believe you. And I'm sorry that they don't see what I see. And then you could talk about how amazing she is.
Yesterday, the way you looked at me, you were scared of me.
No, that's not true. I was surprised. Maybe I was a little upset in the moment, but I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't know what to do. I mean, it was so crazy. It happened so fast, but it doesn't change
Don't say
anything.
crazy.
It doesn't matter.
That's
I
good.
care for you so much.
Care. But you don't love me anymore.
Who said that I didn't?
You never say it.
I say it.
You can't even write it, Mike. From Mike. From Mike. From Mike. From Mike. From.
Okay, 11, you're being ridiculous. What is this? You know what I think of you. You're the most incredible person in the world. And you can't let these mouth breathers ruin you. Ruin us. I mean, they're nobodies. They're nobodies.
That's true.
And you're a superhero.
But she doesn't want him to like her because of her abilities.
Not anymore.
She's lost her powers and she's worried now, oh, will you like me because of my abilities? I'm reading this book right now called Real Love by Dr. Greg Bear. And he talks about how, let me grab I actually grabbed my phone because I wanted to read the exact quote. That's all the reason we ever need to love anyone, because they need it. You're accustomed to people loving you because of some trait you have, but that's not unconditional love. What Elle needs from Mike is for him to love her for who she is, for him to love her just because she is her. And some of this may be things that are going on with Mike. Some of this, there's a lot of insecurity on Elle's part. That even if he loves her, she's afraid to let it in, or she's quick to interpret from as meaning he doesn't love her. And maybe that's the case. I need to catch up on this season, so I don't know all the goings on. But I will say that when it comes to being at peace with bullies, and when it comes to loving and being loved, we have to start with ourselves and see our own value. If I'm being bullied, it's not because I lack value. It's because that person is choosing to bully. It's because that person has a limited view and a limited definition of what gives people worth and value, and that's entirely subjective. Why would I trust the opinion of a jerk? Why would I let them determine what I am worth? They're not a reliable source on that. The thing that brought me peace and helped me through middle school and high school was looking for people who were outcasts like myself, looking for people who didn't fit in and making them feel welcome. We had a come as you are group of friends in middle school that started small and started to snowball through high school as people started to leave other groups where they couldn't really be themselves. And by the senior year, we had about 100 kids in our group of friends, and they were eclectic. They were a varied bunch. And the one rule was, come as you are, and we're not going to get into any trouble, right? We weren't going to do stupid teenage crap. And we had an amazing group of friends. And by the end, there were popular jock kids who ended up in our group and left that group. There were goths, there were skaters, there were theater kids, they all just kind of came because they were accepted. And even as adults, we can create that. Watch Stranger Things, it's the bomb. So again, speaking of random acts of violence, Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, I have some perhaps unique thoughts on it. Check out my video right here. How do you handle bullying? How do you handle being bullied? How do you handle feeling unloved? What are some things that have helped you through that? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, keep shining because we need your light. And look, here's the Big Will. He says that, Big Willie style, getting jiggy with it. But I just realized just now, that's a euphemism. And we're a family channel. But watch the video.